E te atua kaharawa, e manako nei, e ngā ko iti nei I tō mātou hia mō tō arehitanga I roto mea katoa. Mātou ka waiho pānga whaiaro, pānga wehe katoa ki te taha. Tēnei ka inoi atu kia mengia mai tō kaha ki roto I mātou. Ka whakahaere take o te wharenei, o tō mātou whenua hoki ki te karoria o tō ingo tapu. Mei te mao tonu ki te tika, mei te pokaponu tūturu. Te honore o te kuini, te oronga, te mongarongo, te mākoha o te iwi whānui o Aotearoa. Ko ihu karaiti nei hoki tō tātou ariki. Āmine.
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Jerry Brumley.
Mr Speaker, when the House resumes next week, the Appropriations 2010-11 Estimates Bill will be read a third time. The House will also consider the Parliamentary Service Amendment Bill and other bills in the order paper. Mr Speaker, Wednesday will be a Members' Day.
The Honourable Darren Hughes.
Speaker, I wonder if the Leader of the House could indicate what select committee the Parliamentary Service Bill is likely to go to for consideration, and also whether or not the infrastructure bill is likely to receive its third reading next week. It seems to be taking quite a long time moving its way through Parliament, and we were operating under the assumption it was part of the government's step change program for the economy. So if the Leader of the House could let us know if the third reading for that is signalled next week. And finally, an early question about the House sitting program for 2011, if he's begun work on that, because that appears to be the only area where he is indeed closing the gap with Australia in terms of the number of House sitting days between the two parliaments on both sides of the Tasman.
The Honourable Jerry Brumley.
Mr Speaker, going in reverse order, I'll let you know how things are going in due course. Second, the infrastructure bill, of course, is available for third reading and will be read a third time in due course. But the government is making such extraordinary progress in advancing infrastructure throughout New Zealand that the urgency around that bill is not quite what it was when the economy was found to be in such desperate strait just 18 months ago. And finally, Mr Speaker, the Parliamentary Service Bill will be sent to the Special Select Committee considering other constitutional bills at this time.
Are there any petitions? No petitions. Are there any papers? I hereby present two reports. The report of the Controller and Auditor General entitled Inland Revenue Department Managing Child Support Debt, and report of the Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment entitled Some Biofuels Are Better Than Others, Thinking Strategically About Biofuels. Are there any select committee reports?
Reports of the Foreign Affairs, Defence and Trade Committee on the international treaty examination of the Convention on Jurisdiction, Applicable Law, Recognition, Enforcement and Cooperation in respect of parental responsibility and measures for the protection of children. International treaty examination of the exchange of letters constituting an agreement to amend Article 3, Rules of Origin, of the New Zealand-Australia Closer Economic Relations Trade Agreement and of the agreement to amend the product-specific rules in Annex G.
Those reports are set down for consideration. Are there any bills for introduction?
Parliamentary Service Amendment Bill, introduction.
That bill is set down for first reading. The House now comes to questions for oral answer, and the first question stands in the name